Let me know where you're tuning in from. Please tag, like, and share.
And to the dream that you showed up on the planet to produce. It is simply this. If you want a thing bad enough, to go out and fight for it. To work day and night for it.
Come on.
To
gotta
give
fight
up
for
time,
it.
your peace and your sleep for it. If all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence,
2 minutes.
and stern
We'll get
pertinacity,
started.
if neither cold poverty, famish, or gulf, sickness or pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help
Let
of
me know
God,
where you're
you'll still
coming
have
from.
greatness in you. What I'm trying to tell you, beloved, is that you can have a new year, but it don't mean jack diddly if you don't have a new mind. I'm telling you that you can buy a new car, but if you put the old man in a new car, you're still going to have the old experience. I'm telling you that a new house doesn't make a new marriage. I'm talking about a new outfit doesn't make you a new person. And if you think you are magically going to be a new person, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, because new life comes from a new mind and a new way of looking at your life.
That's what we've been talking about for 9 days.
I cannot step into the future and still think in my past.
Come on.
I cannot let the rumors and the stain of what they said about me destroy my opportunity.
Yes.
Slap somebody and tell them I gotta kill it tonight.
Gotta kill it tonight.
I gotta destroy it tonight. I gotta get rid of it tonight. I gotta throw it behind me tonight. I can't drag that same old mess.
Can't drag that same old mess into another year or another day. Hey, Aunt Tracy. 1 minute and we will get started.
Are you committed?
Good question.
Because without commitment, nothing happens. If you don't learn to give like you learn to get, every area that there is not reciprocity, it will die.
Good evening, Arthur Lanisha. Glad you are on.
What do you give back for what you get?
All right, let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. I am so excited each time I get to come on here. So this is day 9 of eradicating poverty in families. Yes. Again, I am Arthur Seraphia Jones Hall, and I will be teaching and talking and hopefully motivating you on tonight. Well, let's do a little recap on yesterday. Listen, I was blessed. I was blessed. I wasn't feeling well yesterday, but I pressed my way. Still wasn't feeling good today either, but I'm pressing my way. But yesterday, the downloads, they were just coming. And I was just excited. So yesterday, we talked about the power of re. And if you have seen any of the replays, then you got a little bit of what I was talking about. You got some of those nuggets. And just in case you did not, we talked about the power of re. We talked about relearning we talked about unlearning so you can relearn. Okay? That was yesterday. And when we unlearn some things that is not working out in our favor, that's not working for our good, and we unlearn that stuff and relearn what's good for us, what's healthy for us, what's positive for us, what's going to take us into a next place, take us to a new job, whatever that thing is, we gotta unlearn so we can relearn. And then we talked about, let's see, we talked about sometimes you gotta reset, and when you reset, you gotta refocus. Once you refocus, and then sometimes you need to reapproach a thing or rethink something, okay? And once you reapproach it, rethink it, and once you got it together, then say for instance, you rethink it, and then you go and you rebuild. And it's like, oh, that's not what I want to do. So once you rebuild, you might have to go in and resolve something. Once you resolve, you can go back and relaunch. So that was yesterday, okay? That's what we talked about. Hey, son. Woo, I got my son on the line. Hey. And my daughter-in-law. Hey, Lisa. So glad you on. She been rocking with me, boy. Thank you so much. Thank everyone that's been supporting. All right. So tonight, we're going to talk about stop living someone else's dream and walk in your own. Hello. How many of us are guilty of walking somebody else's dream and not our own? So, society pretty much told us how we should do and that we should go to school for certain things. Pretty much they told us what we should do. So, we're coming out of my book tonight, and then we're going to kind of just, however things flow. Y'all know how we do it. So, we're going to talk about how many of us fall in poverty because we were told to go to college and apply for grants and apply for loans, get all this money. Oh, don't worry about it. You can pay for it when you graduate. How many of you have heard other people say when they graduated, yes, y'all did make it. Thank you. I'm glad y'all on. How many of y'all were told to get your degree, get all those loans? Girl, use all that money. Hey, my sister, Pastor Tamika, so glad you're on. And you went to college and you got those loans and everything. And they say, oh, you're going to make so much money when you graduate. We didn't make as much money as they said we was. And them loans and them grants and all that stuff, we still owe. And it's messing up our credit. Finish school so you can get your dream job, they tell us. They say you're going to make a lot of money. But for most of us, we created a lot of debt. Can you agree? The very thing that we love was put on the back burner. See, we were told to do and go to school for certain jobs. And they begin to mold us from childhood. If it wasn't the TV shows, it was the teachers. When you grow up, what do you want to be? And the mommy tugs you and say, a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher, a pilot, a nurse. And there's nothing wrong with none of those because we need the firemen, we need the policemen, we need the lawyers, we need the doctors. We need them, okay? We need them. But the very thing that we want to do, our God-given gifts and talents have not been cultivated. Instead of becoming entrepreneurs and opening up business and creating family wealth, we have been operating in the wrong place. We'll say in the wrong realm. Because deep down inside, it was something else we really wanted to do. And there was a joy about it, an excitement about it. And we wanted to do it. And sometimes that very thing that we want to do, it may not be making that lawyer money. Okay? But it's the thing that you knew you were born to do. So we got to stop living somebody else's dream and start walking in our own. That's what we're talking about. So, question. Since you started working in corporate America and you got that degree in a job you really hate that you got the degree in, but because you wasted or You used all that time in school. And you want to make mommy and daddy happy. And everybody's looking at you. So you have a certain standard that you have to keep. But you hate what you're doing. You hate it. You complain, you mumble, you grumble, and you're always stressed because you don't like what you're doing. Because you're living up to what somebody else told you you should do. So have you decided to give up and throw in the towel? Some have. Because they just could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. Been there, done that. Have you? Just like, I just can't, I can't do this anymore. This is not what I want to do. And you just, what's the use? What's the use? Everybody else is satisfied but me. Oh, they enjoying the money. They enjoying the benefits. But what about me? What I would tell you is the door is still there. And the light is the Father, who has always been there for the beginning of time. He called you. He gifted you. He put that talent in you from the beginning of time. And it has not died. You just need to see yourself doing it. You just need to see yourself doing it. And to do this, it's going to cause you, it's going to cause you a little battle. You have a little battle going on with yourself, with your intellect, if you're married, with your family. Because sometimes when we go for our dreams don't look like the norm. I know mine doesn't. But it's your dream. It's your call. It's what you're commissioned to do. It's what you want to do. It's what you were born to do. But we find ourselves walking out everybody else's dream of what they spoke and what they said and what they thought. We have people that are lawyers, they're policemen, they're teachers, they're preachers. We have preachers that's not even preachers. And they're preachers because they say, well, you sound like a preacher. You sound like a preacher. You a preacher. Or you sound like, you look like. And really deep down inside, you're saying, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. And y'all know I'm very transparent. Very transparent. And it's in my book. So you'll read about it if you get it. Me in college didn't work out. I went to college several times. But we didn't work out. A lot of things, I was just bored. I was just really bored. I don't care, most subjects. Now, I think I took photography and digital something where you could learn how to do videos, panning and scanning, and how to do shots. I enjoyed that class. I took speech. I enjoyed speech because I like to talk. Duh. I took dance. I enjoyed dance. But the thing was, I had to take all those other classes. And sadly, I injured myself really bad and not in dance, literally walking to my car. And so it went downhill from there. But people will say, well, there's no money in dance. It depends. It depends on what skills you have, what else you want to do with it. Because you do have to get some other skills, but you can make some money and love what you're doing. And love it. And for me, and I'm glad my son is on here, I was the parent, and I am the parent, because you have to grow into some things. But I'm glad that each parent raised their children different. And I'm glad that I saw my son's gift at a very young age, like literally at 2. I saw his gift. And ever since he's musical just like me. He loves music. He loved the sound of music. He loved the words. He loved music. Everything about him is musical. And he got it honestly. His dad is musical and his mother is musical. So he got it honestly. And so his dad and I both cultivated his gift. We never told him, oh, don't do that. You ain't going to make no money. Da, da, da. We never did that. But we cultivated him. Because, listen, what was in us, listen, he got it on both sides. But you know what parents do? They say, oh, don't do that. Ain't no money in that. You need to go to college. My son, he went to college. But if that ain't what he want to do, and he doing what he loves, he could have. Very, very intelligent. Very smart. But college is not for everybody. And I'm not knocking college, but college is not for everybody. And you can make a good living also without a degree. Everybody think you only can make a living and live good with a degree. I know millionaires, personally, no degree, but gifted, creative, know how to cultivate. And they just kept sharpening it. They just start sharpening their craft. But you got so many parents that would take our children and make them do things that they don't want to do. And then make them feel guilty because you didn't go and be a lawyer or a doctor or a nurse or whatever because that's what they wanted you to do. No. Let them be who they are called to be. And I think that a lot of people get on drugs and do a whole lot of other stuff because they are unhappy. They're unhappy. So if you are living somebody else's dream, stop today. Stop living their dream. Stop it in your mind. You may not be able to stop it right then and there in the action. You may not be able to I ain't going to work tomorrow. I quit. You probably can't do that. But in your mind, you start building and start cultivating that thing that you want to do. We talked about that a few days ago. That thing as a child that was burning in you, that's still burning it. Every time you think about it, you get excited. Every time you think about it, you say, I'm going to do that one day. Stop saying what you're going to do one day, because one day going to keep passing you by. Say, I'm going to do it today and do it. You can't keep speaking what you're gonna, shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's a lot of people in the grave right now. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. It is a lot of people, they fragile and old, and they think about what they shoulda, coulda, did, and they didn't do it. And so they lived a life of being unsatisfied. We were born for a purpose. We were born for a reason. It's not about satisfying somebody else. What were you called to do? What was your hands made for? What was your voice made for? What was your mouth made for? What were you made to do? If you want to be a lawyer, then you be a good lawyer. You want to be a doctor, you be a good doctor. You want to go to school and get a associate's, a master's, a bachelor's, you go for it if that's what you want to do. But if it's not your dream, why waste time and be miserable? Because eventually you got to start all over. Because eventually you're going to be like, I'm not doing this no more. And you just wasted time. It's too late in life for me to be constantly starting over. Trying to live somebody else's dream and what somebody else told me. And I did that, y'all. I did. Oh, you should go to school. Okay. You need to go. Okay. You need to go to school for this. Okay. People pleasing. People pleasing will leave you in poverty. Hello. People pleasing will leave you in poverty. I'm looking at this scripture, and it's so true. You know, we say it a lot in church, but I don't think we really believe it. Proverbs 18:16 says, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. It didn't say your mama gift. It didn't say your daddy gift. Your great auntie's gift. It said a man's gift, your gift. The very thing that you were called and placed on this earth to do. It says it will make room for you and bring you before great men. To me, it said it will bring you before wealthy people. It'll bring you before open doors. It'll bring you before favor when you're operating in your gift. I hope I'm helping somebody. We were created with a purpose, being blessed to be a blessing and build wealth for others in God's kingdom. Just as Judah and Israel have been cursed among the nations, it says, this is Zechariah 8:13, it says, just as Judah and Israel have been cursed among the nations, so I will save you, and you will be a blessing. And then it says, do not be afraid, but let your hands be strong. Don't be afraid to say, no, I don't want to do that. No, that's not my calling. No, I'm not going to school for that. Don't be afraid. It's your life. It's your life. It's your gift. It's your talent. It's your calling. It's your purpose. It's your wealth. It may look like a little thing to somebody else, but the words say your gift will make room for you. Meaning your gift will open up doors that no man can shut. Your gift, when you're operating in your gift. If your gift is painting, if your gift is doing hair, if your gift is writing books, if your gift is sewing, it says your gift will make room for you. Everybody move out the way, because my gift is coming through. Woo! Come on. And bring you before great people, great men. Meaning will bring you before open doors. People with money, people with grants, people looking for somebody to sow into because they got money. And they just need somebody to be a blessing to. They need somebody to write a check to. So if you call to be an entrepreneur, go for it. Marketplace minister, go for it. Because you are moving in your gift. And the word says your gift will make room for you. We don't have to keep just hearing about and seeing others get blessed and say, oh, I got blessed with $5,000. Oh, somebody sold $10,000 into my business. Oh, they wrote a check for me for $25,000 for my business. Do you know why? They're moving and working in their gift. They're moving and they're walking in their dream and not somebody else's. Their business is not an imposter to them. They know their business. Their gift is not an imposter to them. They know they gift. And when we don't move in our gift, we don't move with assurance of who we are and what we're supposed to do, then guess what? That's how the spirit of poverty can control us. Because we are all over the place. And we're doing somebody else's job. We're doing another man's job that we was not called to do. So today we make a stand that we shall no longer be controlled because our mind is made up. Remember we talked about you got to have a made up mind? See, everything we're talking about deals with the mind. You got to have a made up mind. You got to be ye assured of what you're going to do. Make up your mind. And then go for it. Is it going to be easy? No. Will you have some stumbling blocks? Yes. You will. We talked about Will you have to restart? You may have to. Will you have to rebuild? You may have to. Do you have to rethink some things over? You may have to. And my son said the other day, rest. You may just need to rest and start all over again. When our mind is made up, that means old things is passed away, and behold, all things are new in you and through you, because you're walking in your purpose. You're walking in your calling. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Amen. Yes. Yes. When we are doing what we're supposed to do. Yes. Amen. Next point. I said all that, and now I'm going to say it again in a different way. Stop listening to the voices. Stop listening to the voices. Stop listening to people tell you about your life, and they don't know anything about your life. Stop listening to people tell you which way to go and what to do when they're not in tune with who you are. Stop being confused about who you are. Stop being confused about what you're supposed to be doing. Dr. Les Brown says, the people that talk to you, OQP, only quality people should talk to you. OQP. Only quality people. Those people, they're hearing you. They're seeing you. They're not telling you what they think you should be doing. What they think. They're pushing you. They're not backstabbing you and trying to deter you from what you're supposed to do. But they're cheering you on. So if you're listening to the voices that's not speaking to your purpose, they're not speaking to your destiny, they're not OQP. They're not quality people. Only quality people. And you know who your quality people are. And you know who the ones speaking stuff that don't, got cut that off. You got to continue to build your mind. We talked about it 9 days ago. Our first topic was, it's all in your mind. The people talking, your mind talking. Remember we talked about how many of you have made decisions on listening to your own mind tell you what to do, but it was stinking thinking. Your mind was telling you some stuff that was not right. Your mind was telling you something that was making you feel defeated. Your mind was telling you something that made you feel fearful. Your mind was telling you, oh no, don't change, girl. Stay the way you are. We don't like change. Change costs too much. No, I'm afraid of change. Don't change. We all right. It's okay. You got to keep a made up mind. Made up mind. You can't be wishy-washy. You can't be double-minded. You can't be up one day and down the next. Up one day, down the next. You know what you want to do, now you don't know what you want to do. I think I want to do this. No, I don't think I want to do that. Well, maybe so. It's not going to work. You will never come out of a poverty mentality. You will never come out of poverty because if your mind is not made up. Let me tell you something. You know why I'm out of poverty? Because my mind shifted. My mind changed. And so when your mind changed, when my mind changed, guess what happened? The words that's coming out of my mouth change. I don't think I'm broke. I don't think I'm in lack. So a man thinks, so is he. You thinking you're going to speak it. So you got to change the mindset daily. So your body can be wealth. When we're healthy, it's wealth. You know, we always think, I used to always see all this stuff about prosperity. And it was always about the dollar. Yeah, we need the dollar. But it's not just the dollar. Your mind needs to be wealthy. You need to be educated. You need to know words. You need to know vocabulary. Your surroundings, who you hanging around, the people that's talking to you. That creates wealth. But stinking thinking gets us nowhere. It keeps us in a low place. It keeps us going in circles. Keeps us going in circles. Over and over and over. Hey, Nikki. So glad you came on. It make you go in circles. And you'll never move forward. I don't know. Listen, in this season, we don't need to take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You're stagnated. And what make us do that little jig is listening to the wrong people. What you say? Okay. All right. They just throwing you around like a rag doll. Everything they tell you do, you say, okay, all right, And you like a whirlwind, but you're not going anywhere. You're not making any progress. Listen, my word is shh. Even when my mind talking too loud, I tell my mind to shut up and stop talking to me. Yeah. Shh. Shut up. Stop talking to me. I know that might sound a little bit crazy, but sometimes we got to tell our mind to shut up. If it ain't speaking right, stop talking to me. And just like we tell our mind to shut up, you need to tell them other people. Why we used to say, talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. Not today. Not today you, not today Satan, not today. Because we got somewhere to go. I know I'm tired. I done watched my family struggle year after year after year after year, generation after generation after generation after generation. But I know that I have a voice. I know that God has given me influence. I know that I walk in authority. I know that I've been anointed to eradicate poverty, sickness, whatever the thing is. And so we got to know who we are. But it took me a long time to find out who I was. A long time. Because I was too busy trying to be everybody else. Because I didn't know who I was. But today, what you see is what you get. And there was a time I couldn't do this. So let me help somebody on the other side. You said, oh, I'd like to do a live. We'll do it. Start out with 30 seconds. Do it. All I'm going to say to you is be your original you. That gets you out of poverty. You ain't got to keep starting over with who you are. Because when you're confident in you and you're confident in what you're doing, you just begin to float. You begin to flourish. Not that the bumps in the road and stuff won't come, but when you know who you are and you're confident in who your God have called you to be, it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I don't look like none of y'all, and y'all don't look like me. I don't sound like none of y'all, and y'all don't sound like me. I moved here to Houston, and I'm like, oh my God, everybody talks so proper. Oh, I'm a little country girl from Waco, Texas. What you see is what you get. What you hear is what you hear. This is me. Now you might hear me sound a little bit different when I'm in the spirit. Now I might, you might hear a different language or a different accent then, but on a regular day, this is me. I'm loud. I'm happy. I don't know any strangers. This is me. And so we can get wealth. We can walk in prosperity. We can walk in our purpose when we are happy and comfortable with who we are. Now that's wealth. That's wealth. You can walk around all day long trying to be somebody else. Eventually you're going to bankrupt. Because you're going to fake it for so long. You're going to be what they want you to be for so long. You're going to get tired and throw in the towel. So just be you. Be you. With your shape. Be you. Be you. That's prosperity. It starts with our mind. It starts with us not being an imposter to ourselves, us knowing who we are. Get to know you. I think so many times we try to know everything else, but we really don't know ourselves. And when you don't know who you are, how do you know what you want to do? And when you don't know who you are, you don't know your self-worth. You'll give away everything. I used to give away everything. I supposed to be selling stuff. I'm giving it away. Or if I wasn't giving it away, you might as well be, because the prices were so low, but I didn't know my worth. I didn't know the quality of my products. I was like, ooh, they bought it for $5. Ooh. But it cost me way more money than $5 to do what I did. Driving across town. $5. Doing ministry. Going everywhere. Didn't even give me a bottle of water. Not today. Not today. Because I've labored. I've worked. I've suffered. I've been through some things. And everything ain't free. This anointing, your anointing, it wasn't free. It wasn't free. We went through. This girl you see today, this wasn't free. I had to go through the trenches. I had to go through some ups and some downs. I had to cry many a days and nights. But look at who I'm becoming today. Look at who you are becoming today. We ain't made it, but we're becoming. And I want you all to, on purpose, change your vocabulary. On purpose. If you gotta post words up around your house that you say new words instead of those old words, because a lot of those old words don't give us life anyways. So it keep us down in the dumps. You can't expect, what is that scripture that talks about You can't put new wine in old wine skin. You can't keep trying to put money and you know you got a hole in your pocket. Yeah. Yeah. It's time out. You know, we see so much fake. We see so much fake. And you be like, oh. You be trying to figure out, okay, well, I thought fake. It's time out for fake. It's just time out. We are called to be wealth distributors. Period. I remember talking about last night how I was raised, you know, in the Baptist church. Many of you can attest. And basically, they preached God wanted us broke. That we were supposed to be poor, and that's God wanted us poor. If God wanted us to have some money, He'd give us some money. Just come to church. Bring your tithes and your offering. Just come to church. Don't go nowhere else. Just come to church. Believe God. Sow your light bill money. Sow your rent money. I did all of that. I did all of that. But let me tell you today. Remember this. The scriptures say people perish for the lack of knowledge. That means our finances, lights turned out, eviction notices, can't pay your car note. Because some stuff was just foolishness. Some stuff was foolishness. I never got the return. Some stuff is foolishness. And I used to sit back and I was like, I would cry and say, God, I don't understand. And I think as I got older, it confused me. Because I would see them with, you know, they just got it going on and I'm struggling. And I'm saying, do they see me? Do they see them? We struggling. We don't even have no food. But I gave them my $200. Do they see us? And so that's why we gotta read the word for ourselves. And we gotta be healed. Our mind, if your mind is all jacked up and you've been rejected, you've been a castaway, you've been talked about, if all of this has happened, we're going to give all our money away. We're going to give all our goods away. And we'll never be prosperous. Because really, we're looking for love. Really, we're looking for acceptance. And so, okay, I'm going to give them my money. I'm going to give them this. I'm going to give them that. And I don't have to have anything. No. We got to have wisdom and common sense. There is times, and it ain't even just the church. It's people in general. People will take all your money. Family members will take all your money constantly. And just when you think I'm just now getting on my feet. I'm just now getting my stuff together. And then here they come to snatch. No. It's okay to say no. Because we're building. You are a kingdom builder. The Lord ain't told us to let people just walk all over us. So we need to decipher when to give and when not to give. And who to give to. And how much to give. I believe most of the people I'm talking to, you got discernment. If you don't, you got common sense. There's something in the inside of you that's telling you, don't do it. There's something in the side of you say, go for it. We need to know when to keep and when to give. Because I was giving away everything. I was a millionaire. I was a millionaire. I gave away everything. Oh, y'all need $600? Oh, you need to borrow $2,000? Oh. I was giving away everything. But it's because I didn't have, I didn't know my self-worth. I didn't have no identity. So, as far as I was concerned, the more I give these people, they're going to let me know who I am. No. So I think a couple of days ago I said, can your heart receive wealth? Is your heart wealth ready? That's a twofold question. Is your heart wealth ready? Meaning, twofold question. Either on one side, you're going to get all of the wealth and you're going to give away everything because you still needy. You still need friends. You still need love. You still need acceptance. So you're going to get the wealth and still give it all away. You're not ready. Okay? Because you're still not healed. On the flip side, is your heart is your heart wealth ready? On the flip side, you done did all this praying and told everybody what you're going to do when you get this money. But really, let me say, Jesus said, Peter, when the rooster crowed 3 times, you're going to deny me. Well, when the opportunities come for you to sow them seeds where you said you're just going to sow them seeds, 3 times, you're going to say, no, I don't have it. No, I can't. No. But you're going to go to the mall. You're going to go to the Versace place. You're going to do all the other stuff. But you said if I had it, when I get that million, I'm going to start this. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to build this. But when you get the money, you get greedy. And it becomes me, my foe, and no more. Or I. So that's another thing. When the money comes. See, the money is coming to most of us. And we're going to be tested by the coming of the money. Can we really be trusted? Can you be trusted with wealth? Are you going to give all your wealth away? Or are you going to be a good steward? Are you going to be a good steward? Even now, are we good stewards? Do you know how to be a good steward? Oh, it's big. People always talk about money coming, money coming. Money answered all things, but if you don't know how to handle money, what is it answering? Whoop. What is it answering? Because if you don't know how to handle it, back in the day, I couldn't handle money because I was in so much lack, dealing with so much poverty. I didn't know how to handle money. Money made me nervous. Let me buy this, let me buy this, let me buy this, let me buy this, let me buy this. Because I don't know when I'm going to get it again. Or, I want them to like me. I want them to love me. What you need, girl? Oh, I got 200. What you need? Oh, I got it. It's on me. Oh, don't worry about it. I couldn't handle it. Because I was all jacked up. So, eradicating poverty in the family. Before you get that money, you need to make sure your mind is right and your heart can handle wealth. And people don't think that they need to get wise counsel before they come into some money or when they get their money. You need to make sure. You may need some wise counsel. I hope this is helping you all. I know I done said several things tonight, but that's how it flowed tonight. It was like, because I think when we went to stop living someone else's dream and start walking in your own, it kind of had it was some layers in that thing. It was some layers. It was some layers. And as we are coming, because I really believe that we are in a prosperous time. I know it looks real crazy in the earth, but I truly believe it's a changing of the guards. I truly believe that there is a shift. I truly believe that and I think it's in Joshua say, God will raise up one and sit down another. We're in that time. That's that changing of the guard, that shift. Where the wealthy, he's shifting it. Those that's been in poverty. Because we've been diligent. We've been trusting him. And it's the heart of the matter. When your heart is pure, oh, God can trust you. When you can be trusted with wealth, because most people, they make wealth their lover. They fall in love with money. And we already know the love of money is the rule of all evil. So can you handle wealth? That's a big question. Because money is coming. Can we handle the wealth? Well, that's all I have, because I said that I want to make sure that I come off a few minutes early so that I can read what y'all are saying. And then if you want to ask me any questions, Nikki, if you could, I'm so glad you're on. If you could put in the information about ATS Business University, about our lunch week. So I've been sharing with y'all all week long that it is our lunch week, and we have a registration special. It is $19.99. Normally it's $59.99. So it's called ATS Business University. I am with that university. Nikki Kaiser is with that university. I think Lanisha Nellums, she is with us as well. It is a phenomenal university. It was launched by millionaire Antonio T. Smith Jr. It is phenomenal. Listen, if you just want to change things in your life, change the trajectory of your business, of your ministry, it is a awesome college to go to, and it will be in your budget. And everything that you're getting, it will be in your budget. It will be in your budget. And there's nowhere else you can go to get the training and the skills that we're getting. So let me pull this close to me. Thank you. So I can read what y'all are saying. Awesome. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Lisa. So glad you came on. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for coming on. I've been enjoying being on here with y'all each night. Hi, Minister Hayes, Evangelist Hayes. Glad you came on. Minister Cassie, yes, we must change our vocabulary. And we are becoming. Thank you, my sister, Lady Tamika. If y'all have any questions, also, I do want y'all to know that if you want to, I would love for you to purchase my book, Eradicating the Spirit of Poverty in Families. The link is www.statuschanger.me. This book is what I've been coming out of some days. Also, I did challenge everybody that's been on here to start writing for 21 days. There is a 21-day journal in here. And let's see, you're writing 21 days towards eradicating stinking thinking. So you're right in the process of eradicating stinking thinking. So if you could put this in the comments, www.statuschanger.me. And if you'd like to get a copy, I would love to sign it and ship it out to you. Let me look down here at the bottom, see if we got any questions. Anything. Yes, ATS Business University is going on now. Yes, get with me. Get with me. Get with me. I promise you will not be disappointed. Thank you so much for putting that on there for me, Nikki. Thank you. You will not be disappointed. All right. Any questions? Anything else? Any more comments? Please like, tag, and share. I will be back on here again tomorrow night. I'm feeling so much better. I did a steam and I made me some an immune boosting soup. If you go on my page, you can see it. And for the most part, I've been taking a lot of natural products. I think the only thing that I've taken that's over the counter has been Tylenol. But for the most part, I've been upping my vitamin C, my zinc, my vitamin A, all of it. Yes, please listen. Y'all want to join this movement with ATS Business University? It's gonna blow your mind. That's all I got to say. It's literally like $80,000 worth of teachings and trainings and classes that, like we said, this week, $19.99. And when you come in at $19.99, it does not change. You know, most places you get the promo and then they jack the price up the next month. The price is the same, $19.99. Yes, Nikki, me too. I'm excited. And listen, this girl y'all seeing, you know, the university has been pushing me to do what I'm doing. It's been encouraging me. And let me tell you this. One of the main reasons I got with ATS Business University is because I am a motivational speaker. If you didn't know, now you know. I hope you already knew that. And so we have dominant speakers and we have teachers who were under Les Brown. Y'all know I love me some Les Brown. I love me some Les Brown. He brought me a mighty long way. So, and also I try to encourage y'all each night when I'm on here. Like I shared my book. We have Antonio T. Smith Jr. If you communicate with me, connect with me, there is a way that you can get a free ebook. He has a book. It's called The Richest Man in the Trash Can. You definitely want to get that one as well. And then I have Les Brown, You Gotta Be Hungry. Listen, if you hungry for success, you hungry for the next level in your business, in your ministry, writing books, building your brand, all the classes and information you need, it's here in one place. So yeah, that's it. That's the senior level. So again, I thank everybody for coming on. Like, tag, and share. And I will see y'all on tomorrow night. Have a good night. Bye. Thank you, Nikki.